Tonight, I want to try out the Meadow Creek Combi 42 that I showed a while back. I've done a lot of cooks on it, just hot and fast, right on the charcoal, ribs. Tonight, I'm going to do a brisket, so something that's gonna be taking a lot longer. I'm gonna cook it all night and we'll see how well it maintains heat throughout the night. We will be using the Flame Boss bellows to keep temperature a little better so I don't have to be waking up over and over all night. It should go pretty well. We're using the good charcoal, lump charcoal. This is a 100% grass-fed beef brisket. It is on the smaller side, just under 7 pounds, but there's still some pretty nice fat marbling here in the point, and we'll trim it up a little bit. I am not a professional at trimming brisket, so take notes if you want, but I am learning. This is only the second brisket I've ever cooked. I watch videos, I learn, and you can do the same. There's a lot of people who are a lot better at it than me. Let's take a little bit of this extra fat off over here. A trick people have told me that I did not do for this, and I may regret it. To refrigerate the brisket down, we defrosted this, and it's not super cold. It's a lot easier to trim. So we're just gonna season really simply with some sea salt and Heath Ryle's beef rub. Just put a nice even coat on it, grind some fresh black pepper, and this should make a bark that'll be worthy of this quality of beef. Just make sure all the edges are coated really nice here before we go out and get the smoker ready. So here I am using the good charcoal. It's kind of finer lump charcoal, but it burns really hot and even. So what I like to do is set it up just like this, spread it out nice and thick and even on either side, so it's kind of like a big U-shaped snake, for lack of a better description. I put a good heavy base of charcoal. And it should hopefully burn fairly evenly. And then I have some mulberry that I split up and I lay on across the charcoal for the nice smoky flavor. Reassemble the grill to get ready for the brisket. So this is evening. This is going to hopefully last all night, what I'm stocking it with here. Probably gonna get it up in the morning. So the temperature's coming up. I'm gonna put down a piece of foil. So the fire's starting out on this side in the smoker, and it's going to go around. So like I said, this brisket is a little on the small side. I'll bunch it up just a little bit so that it hopefully cooks a little nicer shape and we don't get that dip in the middle. But I'm gonna protect this side. Put this tent probe in here. Pit probe there, tent probe there. So I'm gonna protect this thin side with foil just to hopefully prevent it from drying out. The way this pit is, since the charcoal's directly underneath, it is hotter. The fire's gonna burn around here. The way I set it up in the beginning, the fire's gonna burn across and around here. So this point will get a little more heat from underneath, and I just wanna protect the flat a little bit from that heat. And we'll see how it'll turn out. I've got this vent barely open here, because like I said, I've got the Flame Boss in the other side. Before we go to bed tonight, I'll check it, make sure we're getting hot enough, but I'm guessing we will because it's a small piece of meat and it may cook quicker than we want. I'm also going to smoke this tallow and brisket trimmings in here, render it down, and that's what I'll wrap with later. So I add a little pork butt in here as we finished off the brisket. I'm gonna go see how tender our brisket is here. That's hot here. So I grab this
We drop that there. Closer back up.
So, got the brisket in the smoker at 8:30 last night. I wrapped it at 3 o'clock in the morning, and now it's almost 9 o'clock. So, I'm gonna check our tenderness here. The temperature is 206, but my guess is we're going to be more than tender. If that isn't 100% rendered out here, that should be good. Okay. Yep, this brisket's ready to take off. Effortlessly probe tender everywhere. Even down here on this little end I was a little worried about. I think isn't going to be too dry. This might be a great brisket. You want to do a slicing of brisket. You want to identify where the grain is going. It looks like our grain is running like this, so we're going to start cutting up until we get here to the point, and then we're going to cut across the point this way. So I'm already a mess, obviously. This thing's got some amazing color, bark. Let's try her out. I'm gonna cut nice thin slices down here. So like I said, I took it off at about 9 o'clock this morning, and it's been resting for quite a while. It left more fat on the top than some people do. There probably won't be as much of a smoke ring on the top because there's a pretty good layer of fat on the top. I like leaving that layer of fat. I was a little worried about this being enough brisket to feed us tonight, but I think we'll be good. Make sure we're not cutting. We're still cutting the proper way on the grain here. Don't worry, I'll show you these slices here. We'll turn it. Cut this way. I just had to show, look at that smoke ring. Look at that brisket right there. Feel like that fat could be maybe rendered a little more? I'll try that here in a second. Man, that bark and smoke ring on there is about as good as you're gonna get. Let me try this little fatty end here. Look how pink that is. Smoke. There's just a bite of bark and fat here. You should try some. So, this is often the part of the brisket that is extra good. Let's go over here. We'll try something from the middle of the flat here. We've got a great smoke ring on the end. The top, I wanted to avoid overcooking it because the flat was kind of thin. So I put foil underneath this end, and I killed my smoke ring on that side, which is a little sad, but that is incredibly juicy, delicious flat. Surprisingly so. Oh, and since it's brisket, you got to do the bend test, right? So, there we go. But done on the Meadow Creek Combi 42. Look at that bark. Look at that smoke ring. We smoked it with mulberry. Went all night. We burnt probably about right around 20-25 pounds of charcoal over about 12 hours. We only had to stock it with charcoal once. And it's juicy down to the very tip of the flat. For a small grass-fed brisket, this is amazing.